how do you deal with the speculation about not getting indicted with Preem? Like, haven't you dealt with these type of accusations? And what do you say to the people who say Preem is in jail and
Yo,
Bimmy
you
is
know what's crazy, Mike? What that got to do with me being in jail? I ain't sold drugs in 35 years. All right, I ain't in 35 years. And when I did come home, I was working at Def Jam, from Corey Rooney and then Def Jam. How would I be caught up in anybody's indictment? You feel me? When I went to jail, somebody told on me. That's why I went to jail. So when people say I'm caught up in some indictment, I ain't getting caught in indictment. Like how? Like what they got to do with me? They got nothing to do with me. Nothing. If your friends you grew up with continue to rob and steal, and you Mikey T got his podcast and doing the right thing, you're wrong because you didn't caught up in their indictment. Is Mikey T wrong? Just tell me. You
no,
wrong
go
because
ahead.
you
I
didn't
hear
caught
what
up in
you're
their
saying.
indictment because they kept going. They kept going, and I Nah, come on, dog. All it is this. You got guys that never been out there that will hear stories from 3 and 4 parties and trying to piece them together and put it together and just talk. And they give them to the people that really don't have a clue. So what they do is they know how to sell a story and tell a story and they listen to them. Nothing I can do about it. I can't make everybody like me or everybody believe my story. You know what I mean? Know my story is to see it like you sitting there with me now. That's to know my story. You know what I'm saying? That's to know my story. I don't suit everybody. That's to know my story because I don't have to explain myself.
Has anybody ever come up to you in the streets like that on some Preem is in jail and you're not, Bimmy?
Hell no. Never in my life. Never. Why would they do that? How would they do that? I was in my life over 35 years ago. I'm talking my life over. And the world knows it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying homies out there, but I don't know what he was doing, but it had nothing to do with me, man. That's why, with these niggas is crazy. They like, you control what another grown man do. I don't control what another grown man do. You feel me? I don't. I
I
can't.
feel you on that, man. I feel you. I've kind of feel the
Huh?
I feel you on that 100%. You know what I mean? I feel the same way about a few cases that have gone on like
I
that.
mean, me personally, man, bro, I've been moved away. I ain't say I moved away 5 years ago, 10 years. I'm away 30 years ago. Moved away. What that got to concern me for? That don't concern me.
So let me ask you, Bimmy, what was it that got you out of the streets and into music?
Being poor. I went a different way in life. You know what I mean? Went to prison. That was it. And I ain't want to go back to prison. You know what I mean? I want my son look at me like my dad is still selling drugs at that age. 40 years old, he's still selling drugs. I ain't living like that, bro. My father left me when I was a child, doing the same thing. Pops left, got killed, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to be that. I learned from humans. I watch all niggas' mistakes, and I'm proud of it that I won't make that same mistake. So when I hear these guys talk, I just look at him and I'm like, he's making a mistake. He's making a mistake. I never want to be these people, man. Ever.
How did you end up creating a relationship and, joining Sony?
Well, a partner of mine is Corey Rooney. He's from my projects. He's from Baisley. He lives in Cena Manor. And when he was younger, we bought him equipment. You know what I mean? And he wound up producing from Mariah Carey, doing the whole albums, most of the albums. Then Jennifer Lopez. You know what I mean? He saw this fucking Puffy, everybody. You know what I'm saying? And when I came home, I told him I needed a job, and he said to me, I'm gonna show you how to produce. And he taught me how to produce, and I've been learning how to produce ever since. And my first record was with Coogee Rap. It's a shame. The remix. I did that. Me and Corey. I bought my first legit car, the Lexus GS. You know what I mean? So Corey's a senior vice president of Sony at the time with Tommy Tola. That was Tommy Tola's right hand man. Tommy was the chairman at the time, Mariah's ex-husband. You know what I mean? So I end up being in that building with Corey. That's how I end up at Sony.
That's crazy, man. And you actually turned that
But
the deal with
yeah,
Sony
yeah,
to a deal with Def Jam.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Russell came in and offered me a job. You know what I mean? So he had the work I'm doing. But this I'm saying to the world is, y'all worried about some street shit, want me to do that, but here it is, I'm in these big ass $1 billion buildings. You know what I mean? Switching my whole life over to change it, to change the whole narrative. You know what I'm saying? We can get into other stuff, but but just change the whole narrative of what I'm doing in life. Like, none of us should belong in prison. I don't believe none of us is supposed to be in prison. You know what I mean? That shit ain't fit for a dog. You know what I mean? But when you get your mind programmed to know them type of things, then you won't go there. But if you're into the nonsense and the bullshit and it's in your atmosphere, it's gonna come.
So what was it like in the Def Jam building, man? I heard you say that when you went there, they gave you the office. I heard I know a couple of people that was over there. Randy Acker was over there telling me about all
That's
the,
my guy.
you know what I mean? Telling me about how it was. I mean, it was like a murder inc. It was like a lot of Method Man going on in there, man. What was it like in that building, man? Paint the picture for me.
I mean, that building was everything, man. That building was Rockefeller. That building was Rough Riders. That building was everything, man. You got R&B guys. Montel Jordan. You got everything, man. Everything in that building, man. That building was brotherhood too. That brother, even though we about fighting amongst each other, we find about records to get records out. Who's gonna shine the most? You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. I had 2 artists signed over there. You know what I'm saying? They let me sign 2 artists, but it was slick because they want me to really work with their artists they signed already. They just pleased me and let me sign my artists. You know what I'm saying? But that's why my artists ain't go far like that. You know what I mean? I was caught in the trick bag. You know what I mean? Because I work so well with the artists that they like that shit. Like, nah, give Bimmy him, give Bimmy her. You know what I mean? And that's how that went. But that building was the best experience of my life, best teaching of music in my life. You know what I mean? Best teaching. I wouldn't change that for nothing in the world.